Come on, give me that feed. We've got a feed. Yeah, and we're up. Hello, welcome to PC Jack, and welcome to episode 2 of TechFlashback, a PC tech and gaming hardware news live show. I'm going to work on that opener, but after doing episode 1 last month, I thought I'd get around to doing the next episode, because I quite enjoyed the last one, so I got a couple of interesting stories lined up for today, which I'm quite excited to discuss. Now, as I said before in episode 1, some of these are just stories that I didn't actually get to cover in a dedicated video, so I just thought I'd cover them in this one live stream altogether, and yeah, should be a good one. And we got something special for the end, so make sure you stick around for that. So, the way I'm liking to open these up is just with a bit of channel news, just anything that's been going on. And yeah, I had a bit of an interesting email the other day. I actually had my first ever request for a paid sponsorship on the channel, and I declined. Bit strange, I know. It was from a legitimate sponsor after doing some research and seeing other media outlets they'd worked with, but I said no. It's I'm going to be putting some more details out regarding it in a video next week, as next week will actually be, well, it'll be the 100th episode, not 100th episode, the 100th video on the channel, and I'll be discussing it in that, which is one of the reasons why I haven't gone for it, is because I'm not really looking to monetize the channel right now, and considering I've got less than 1,000 subscribers, it's not really that necessary and just could do more harm than good at the moment. But if you keep an eye out for that video, it'll be going live on Monday, and I'll go fully into detail about what actually happened with it. But it's a bit of an interesting thing. It's not something I've had to contemplate before on the channel, but it's just got me thinking about moving forward. If the channel did manage to get monetized, how would I go about properly implementing it and being fully transparent in what I'm promoting, whether it's a product or a service. So it's a bit of an interesting video. I'd take a look at that, as well as there's a special surprise in that video to mark the occasion. So yeah, that was one of the things that happened. In terms of other things on the channel, we've what we got coming up? Oh yes, we've got the Noctua NH-U12A Chromax coming very soon. I was hoping to have it for this weekend to get my review filmed, but it's looking like it's going to be a little bit delayed, so probably won't be next week. I would imagine that the review will probably go up the week after, perhaps, and then I'll follow it up with a separate installation tutorial. I was wanting to get across about that, why I actually do the separate videos for the tutorials. If I'm looking for an installation, well, not just an installation tutorial, but any sort of tutorial, I don't want to have to sift through a reviewer's thoughts on what they think of the product. My headphones just turned off, never mind, that's good. But basically, these headphones have put me out of my place now. What was I talking about? Yeah, so when I do the tutorials, I like to do just one short dedicated video, because that's all you want to know if you're sat there about to install your cooler. Right, how do I install this thing? Look it up on YouTube. Tutorial, there it is. Don't have to watch a review. You can just go straight through, and that's all you need. So I still like doing it like that, but may change. But yeah, either way, the NH-U12A Chromax is on the way, but it may not be next week. It'll probably be the week after, I would think. So looking forward to checking that out. And I do believe the NF-A12 X25 Chromax will also be coming as well. Not 100% how many of them there will be. I'll have to see if there's something I can do with it though. But I'm very excited to get my hands on with that. And it has been a while since I've actually looked at any sort of coolers right now, so it should be pretty good. So that's about it for the channel at the moment. It's things are getting on as normal, you know, but yeah. So let's get into the first story. Side note, I'm not drinking beer this time because it's a school night and you gotta be sensible, so this is decaf. So cheers. Oh, and it's a bit too hot. I should have anticipated that. Anywho, our first story. Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy, the definitive edition officially announced. Now, this is probably the worst, best kept secret in all of history, I would say, right now. And this did come up from that Geforce Now leak a couple of weeks back. And we already had reports of it prior to this actually being announced, but this is official. They are going to be, it seems like a remaster of the original GTA trilogy, so that'll include GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. So, let's take a look at what they've said from this article, but basically, Rockstar posted this video actually confirming it. How old am I? I just want to play a video, come on. And yeah, it's just a short little video they put up, and I think it was enough to get us back to the early 2000s when we remember these most fondly. Does it say much about the end? No, it's just, yeah, so the trilogy, the definitive edition, and coming soon. So we don't have an actual release date for it yet, but it's looking like it'll be towards the end of the year, or at least it'll be before the end of 2021. And while I was quite excited at first when they said that it's going to be a remaster, I thought that's really cool. That'd be good. And then they mentioned that it'll also be coming to Serbia. So the updated games will be released for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch and PC, and then mobile ports will follow next year. Now, when it got to that, I was thinking, might make it a bit more likely that these aren't going to be vastly different to the original games, which would be a bit disappointing. And you would hope that there would be some more greater improvements in terms of graphics and gameplay itself. And I feel like that may actually be the case, that we will get some sort of decent improvements, because there was a leak for the actual PC requirements. And the minimum requirements we got here and the recommended requirements. So if we at least take a look at the recommended requirements, so it's recommending a 6600K or a Ryzen 5 2600 or a GTX, well, with a GTX 970 and an RX 570, 16 gigabytes of memory, and we don't need to worry about the storage. But those requirements are actually vastly higher than the requirements for GTA 5. So surely that would have some sort of meaning that there will be a decent improvement. I hope it's the case, but we'll have to wait and see. But the one thing that's worth bearing in mind is that, right, today is the 21st of October and tomorrow's the 22nd. And the 22nd of October will mean it's the 20th anniversary since GTA 3 was released. So, not 100% if Rockstar had anything in particular planned to mark the occasion, but some sort of news on the Trilogy remaster could be on the way as soon as tomorrow. That's the main speculation that we're looking at with this at the moment, that it will be some decent news tomorrow. Hopefully. I'm not 100% sure, but at least a gameplay trailer or even some sort of footage from the game would be pretty cool. Now, it's a bit divisive with this though, because I'm going to sound like a bit of a hypocrite on this. Hypocrite on this. I'm sure we're all aware of the backlash that the GTA 5, I say remaster, what are they calling it? Enhanced Edition. That's the one. The backlash that has had, and I'm pretty sure it's like one of the most disliked videos on Rockstar's YouTube page. As we've had the same GTA for 3 console generations now. And I don't know, like I would argue the definitive edition was definitive, that's the trilogy. The enhanced edition for GTA 5 was basically the PC release. Now, obviously, there are going to be improvements they can add now that they've got the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and the improvements they brought along, so it can match up to the PC specs a little more. But they're still peddling it, and as long as the online is going to be making as much money as possible for Rockstar, they're just going to continue to milk it as much as possible. But then why am I excited about a GTA Trilogy remaster? Well, I feel it's more suitable for these games. Like, these games came out, like I said, GTA 3 was 20 years ago. Vice City 2002, I want to say. And then San Andreas was 2004. Now, I played all 3 of them, but the one I've got the most nostalgia for is San Andreas. And I have no idea how many hours I must have spent on that playing on the PS2. But with that connection to these games and the fact that they are pretty outdated now, there is something to be gained by actually re-releasing these games and improving the graphics, improving the gameplay, and introducing it to a younger audience. And I'm excited for it. But we're going to have to wait and see what the actual games look like, what the games look like. And hopefully we'll be pleasantly surprised. But I've got my fingers crossed at the moment. All of them crossed. My mic is covering my hands. Never mind. But interesting nonetheless. And following on from the Geforce Now leak, in which this was included, we've got confirmation of another game coming out very soon, and one that I am really excited to check out because I've never played any of the games preceding this, but I've heard it's got a really good reputation, and I think you all know what it is. God of War is coming to PC in January. So, I think we all saw this was one of the ones that was on the Geforce Now leak a couple of weeks back, and the PS4 version came out back in 2018. Yeah, that was it, 2018. And the reception to this seems to be that it's universally acclaimed. And as we can see here, so there's a statement from the developers. We're thrilled to announce that God of War 2018 will be coming to PC on January 14th, 2022. All of us at Santa Monica Studio have been humbled by the immense amount of support and passions fans of the God of War series have shown in the latest chapter of Kratos' story since its release. As of August 2021, 19.5 million copies of God of War on PlayStation 4 have been sold through, and we can't wait to share that experience with a whole new group of players on PC. Now, as I said, I'm going to sound really bad right now, but I have never played a God of War game. I'm just going to put that out there, just so I'm fully transparent in that. But I am really interested to actually play this game. I had a PS4 a couple of years ago, and I was thinking about getting it then, but I just never got around to it. But I gotta say, with these new ports coming over from Sony to PC, I got a lot of hope for some of these games they're bringing out. Like we saw, I believe it was before we did episode 1 of TechFlashback, they had already announced that Uncharted 4 and The Lost Legacy are going to be ported over around the same time as this now, I think, somewhere around January. They haven't listed that one on Steam yet, though, but they have listed God of War, which is on Steam for $49.99 at the moment. But if we are thinking that GeForce Now leak is actually accurate now, based on this and the GTA trilogy, is that we could see some more come across, especially like ones Ghost of Tsushima? That's the one. That's another one people are really wanting to get on PC. But the one I'm really interested in is Returnal. So, gotta get that decaf. Returnal, yeah. So, I don't know, it just looks like a really interesting game to me, and the actual gameplay dynamic, forget my words out, of being like a roguelite, just sounds really good to me, and I'd be interested to check that out. But if we get back to, like I said, God of War, so obviously, as expected in one of these ports, there is the inclusion of high fidelity graphics, that's to be expected, support for 4K, ultra wide, and unlock frame rates, as well as DLSS support, which is pretty cool that they've actually been working together with Nvidia to actually implement that. So that's good, but also could mean this is going to be a bit of a hench game to actually run, maybe. But at least DLSS will actually help, and they will also be enforcing. They will be implementing NVIDIA Reflex. I haven't done too much research on NVIDIA Reflex. I believed it was more something for competitive games, which God of War doesn't seem like it would be to me. But I might be proved wrong. It might be useful, especially for people who are interested in measuring their latency. So you never know. There should be something interesting on that. But yeah, I'm really keen on checking this out when it does actually release. So as well as if we look at the ones we've already had from Sony, so we've had what have we had? Right, we had Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, that did have some issues at launch. It was particularly buggy. Nowadays, it seems to be running perfectly fine. I played it a couple of weeks ago and had zero problems. So, but that was one. And then they also had Death Stranding, which for me ran perfectly since launch. And that is an amazing game. That is actually one of my favorite games to play. And that one was fairly well received on PC. And then what else did we get? Days Gone as well. That one, again, was actually very well optimized for PC and runs extremely smoothly. So, if we look back at that and disregard Horizon Zero Dawn, considering that was one of the earlier ones they ported, we could be onto a winner with God of War, so can't wait to check that out. So, let's move on to our third story. And they're changing up a bit now. And I don't know how the world recovered from this, but what happened to Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram? So, unless you've been living under a rock, I think we're all aware of what happened a couple of weeks back where Facebook and all its other services went out during an outage. And it was the longest outage that Facebook had experienced in its entire lifespan. And it was quite weird to see the actual effect that it had on people who just couldn't comprehend their life without Facebook, you know, just... I've still got a Facebook account, but I'm slowly edging out of it. There's this thing with these social media networks, and certain ones remain relevant for quite some time. Facebook in particular, it's lasted quite a while, but it's slowly getting less and less cool, to put it bluntly. But it's got some longevity to it, and the amount of people who actually rely on not just Facebook, but on WhatsApp and Instagram, where it's for communications or business use, it's a very high amount. So this outage was a pretty big deal. And if I'm aware, the actual reasoning behind what happened, let's see if we had in here. So, what was it they said on here? BGP. It was something along those lines. But anyway, it was, from what I recall, basically, it was something to do with an update that they ran internally on their servers, which caused a bug with their DNS. And the best anecdote I think I heard to actually describe the kind of issue it was that it was the equivalent to looking in the phone book for someone and they're not in the book and they literally do not exist anymore, which is the way it was happening with Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp. Now, I could be completely wrong about that anecdote. Like, I'm no web developing expert or networking guru or anything like that. But as far as I know, that was the basic idea, and the more users that attempted to actually gain access to these services, the more strain it actually put on it and making problems worse. And the one thing that got me was the fact that to actually perform maintenance for this issue, all of Facebook's offices have internal security which relies on their servers. So when the servers are out, that also meant that security was deactivated, essentially, and that you couldn't even get into the building with your keycard or whatever device they use to actually gain access. And the actual server rooms themselves are in cages, so apparently what you have to do to actually gain access, say to make like a hardware replacement, is you would be buzzed in and then you'd be able to gain access to the hardware. But they couldn't do that, and it was reported that they had to bring in angle grinders in order to perform the maintenance they had to do to get the services back up and running. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but they might have had to do that, you never know. If you need to get something back up running quick as possible, that's one way to do it. But, like I said, it was about 6 hours and then it came back online, which is not a massively long time, but it was a long time for Mark Zuckerberg. So if we take a look down here we go. So, according to some, the outage could have wiped as much as $6 billion from Mark Zuckerberg's personal wealth, with its shares dropping nearly 5%. Now, not knocking that, that's a lot of money. But Mark Zuckerberg's going to be fine. If what I saw was accurate, that was like an extremely minimal percentage of their net income throughout the year. Well, for Mark Zuckerberg himself. So, it's a bad day for Facebook, but it was amusing to look on from the outside. And must have just been the biggest disaster in Facebook history. It's interesting, and it does come at a time when Facebook is obviously under a lot of scrutiny at the moment from whistleblowers that are leaking information about how the actual company runs. And also, this very strange thing about they're going to be rebranding Facebook within the next couple of days. Not quite sure what that's going to entail. But they have been getting into this idea of a metaverse, which is something to do with VR use outside of entertainment or gaming. So one of the examples I saw was integration with work meetings and stuff like that. But that's a really basic example. But, could be interesting to see where they go. But it's not really good at the moment for Facebook. And it could be some sort of way to cover their trail, I suppose, of all this controversy surrounding them. But I think we all survived the great Facebook purge of 2021. But I thought it'd be interesting to take a look at that. So, on to story number 4. And this is an interesting one. Valve shows how to take apart the Steam Deck, but it really doesn't want you to. Now, back when they actually first revealed the Steam Deck, they did mention that some of it wasn't going to be user upgradable. I think the main thing it came up from was the storage in particular. So people were thinking maybe if you got I can't remember what the base model has. I think it might be like a 128 gig eMMC drive, which is pretty slow on its own and obviously a bit too small for the size of current games nowadays. But there was the idea perhaps if it wasn't soldered, you could potentially upgrade your own SSD and get a higher capacity and better speed. But with the doubt about actually having any sort of user upgradability, it seemed a bit dubious of whether we would be able to. But a couple of days ago, Valve actually published this video showing you exactly how to dismantle your Steam Deck, while strongly advising you do not do it. And if we just scan through the video just to get a bit more what's going on, once we can see the internals, here we go, so you can see them in there. And one of the things they did bring up was the fact that the battery can explode if you damage it, which is, yeah, that can happen, but the kind of people who are going to be dismantling these probably already have some experience with handling electronics of this type, so they'd be pretty careful not to actually puncture the battery. Fair enough to mention though, because someone could think, oh, I can do this myself, no problem, has no experience, and blows a battery up. So it's understandable that they would bring attention to that. But the other thing was there was some sort of shielding in place for, I can't remember what it was for. It was either for the Wi-Fi or Bluetooth adapters, which if you removed could have some issues with ESD buildup, especially if you're replacing like the SSD. So they just wanted to draw attention to that. But I'm really impressed with the fact that they have gone out and done this and just shown us all, this is how you do it. We don't reckon you should do it anyway, but you could use this video as a guide if you needed to, which is pretty good. But one of the things we are going to have to see is if any of the components are proprietary or not. The SSDs are not, as far as I'm aware, they're not proprietary, so that's fine. But it'll be more things like the joysticks, if they needed replacing over time. Or what else could you think of? Maybe the screen, perhaps, but it'd be interesting to see whether there is the potential for getting parts to actually replace or maintain the system, because it's a handheld device, and by nature of being handheld, it's also droppable. So it's very likely that there could be some damage done. That's very easily done with these kinds of devices because they're small and just you might misplace it or it gets knocked off the table or something and then the screen's cracked. Got to get it replaced. But I'm very excited to see this when it does come out. Now, I'm not 100% when it's supposed to be, but I'm sure it's supposed to begin by the end of the year. Now, I've actually pre-ordered one. I say pre-ordered one, I've put down like a deposit for the reserves. And it was estimating that I wouldn't see one until Q2 of 2022. So, obviously, there is going to be quite a demand for this device. And I'm just really interested to try it out. And they have also begun certifying games on Steam's library to say whether they work well or not with the Steam Deck. So obviously that's quite a big task in itself, and I do believe they are getting volunteers to do that because of the actual demand there's going to be for getting through as many games as possible and making sure they run or do not on the Steam Deck. But I'm excited to check it out when it does arrive. And I did also see an interesting thing that someone had actually managed to set up a VR device. I don't know whether it was the Valve Index, but they managed to set up a VR device with their Steam Deck dev kit. And performance was okay, which is pretty mind-blowing that you can get a handheld device to do VR like that. I know the Oculus Quest 2 is actually wireless and runs off the internal system on it, or something along those lines, I think. But obviously there's a bit more power from an external device such as a PC. But with the Steam Deck, you never know, maybe we'll get some portable VR gaming going on, admittedly for a very short time, because I don't think it could manage to power a headset for that long, depending on what you use, I suppose. But I'm looking forward to checking it out. Now, our next story. This was one just a bit strange. I'm going to sound a bit like a boomer when it comes to this story. But the idea is that university students no longer know how to use a file explorer or file directory. Again, I said I'm going to sound like a boomer when it comes to this story. But if we take a look, so where is it on here that she specified what was happening? Here we go. So Catherine Garland, an astrophysicist, started seeing the problem in 2017. She was teaching an engineering course and her students were using simulation software to model turbines for jet engines. She'd laid out the assignment clearly, but student after student was calling her over for help. They were all getting the same error message: the program couldn't find their files. Garland thought it'd be an easy fix. She asked each student where they'd saved their project. Could they be on the desktop, perhaps in a shared drive? But over and over, she was met with confusion. What are you talking about? Multiple students inquired. Not only did they not know where the files were saved, they didn't understand the question. Gradually, Garland came to the same realization that many of her fellow educators have reached in the past 4 years. The concept of file folders and directories, essential to previous generations' understanding of computers, is gibberish to many modern students. Now, again, the boomer in me coming out. I'm not a boomer, but the way I'm going to talk is going to make me sound like a boomer. Is that I've been using computers for quite a long time, and I was always taught from a young age to save files accordingly to what they are. So I know if I'm looking for a picture, it's saved in my pictures folder. This is really basic stuff, but a video is saved in the videos folder. Documents are in my documents. But then even when I was in school, if we were working on projects in IT, we knew that we had to ensure that we had a clear directory set up for where our files were, regardless of what they were, but they had to be organized and saved accordingly. And I do the same thing today. Like, if you went through my file explorer on this system, you'd see everything's in there accordingly. I've got my pictures folder's got multiple folders with either images I've saved or screenshots, or I also keep all my thumbnails from the videos I work on, and they're all stored as they should. Again, with videos, I have the exact same thing with streams, YouTube uploads, raw footage, like B-roll, A-roll, stuff like that, and everything in between. So it's a random story I picked up on, but it just blows my mind. I don't understand how that's not something that younger generations have knowledge of. But if you go and download something off the internet and just click save, it's saved somewhere, so maybe they're just saving everything to the desktop. Well, by the sounds of the article, they weren't even saving anything to the desktop, no idea what they were doing. But it's a really strange gap between my generation. I sound like such a boomer talking about this article, but it caught my attention. It was really strange. But it's interesting. I like, as well as the fact that obviously less and less people are using desktops. Obviously, in a school environment, you are still going to be using a computer of some kind, whether it's a desktop or a laptop. But these sorts of practices are just not seem to be taught to younger people, which is really bizarre, and it's really strange. Still, I thought it'd be interesting to take a look at that one, but I just picture some young student looking at a file explorer and be like, what is this? I have no idea what this is. There you go. Now, on to our next story this evening. And this is one I've been really excited about. ASUS GeForce RTX 3070 Noctua Edition graphics card. Now, we saw multiple leaks coming up on this, and the main reports came out that it was going to be exclusive to Korea, I believe. And then it was actually officially announced a couple of days ago, and it's worldwide. And they gone and done it. They made the brown beige Noctua theme on a graphics card. They only gone and done it. We've been waiting quite some time for something like this to happen. Now, I am aware that many people have already done their own hard mods or bolted on heatsinks with Noctua fans on the GPUs. That's not unusual. People have done that. But this is an official model, and it's boasting extremely great thermal performance with really good sound levels, all while having that classic controversially brown Noctua design. Now, I haven't watched too much in regards to this, but I did see De Bauer has received a sample of this, and he did some testing on it, and as we expected, it was definitely one of the quietest cards you could possibly get at the moment. And it did, what was it we got on here? Did it have it? No. Either way, it performs really well for a 3070, as you would expect, but with really decent thermals and noise levels, which is really ideal considering, well, you shouldn't be surprised if it's cooled using Noctua fans, especially the NF812X25s, which are pretty much the best fans on the market you can get. Not the prettiest ones, but the best performing ones. Although that will change with the Chromax variants which they're coming out with. So as I said, make sure you subscribe for when those videos come out on the cooler and the Chromax fans. But I did find it quite funny that this... I can see what they've done here. They've obviously done this like autopsy on this card and showing you all the components, but this is the wrong way. What's that die making contact with? It should be the other way around. I know what they're doing, but, you know. Either way, but I'm not 100% on a release date for this yet. Let me take a look. Does it have a release date? Not sure. I'm not 100% when this will actually be coming out. But what do we have then? The actual card. I think it looks cool. Not gonna lie. I know like a lot of people aren't a fan of the color scheme for Noctua fans, but I reckon I can make it work in a build. Now, obviously, I'm able to get some products from Noctua, like coolers and fans and stuff like that, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get one of these, considering it's a collaboration with ASUS, and I don't get anything from ASUS. I've only been getting hardware from Noctua. But if I manage to get my hands on one, I'd absolutely love to test it out and see exactly how well it does perform. And maybe I could do an all-out Noctua brown beige themed build. That would be pretty cool, but like I said, I don't expect I'd be able to get one of these, as we expect with the GPU market right now. The likelihood of being able to actually get one of these is going to be very slim, and especially because I'm pretty sure there's going to be very limited quantities of this card available. I may be wrong, they may be much more highly mass produced, but more so than everything else that's come out the last year or two, I doubt it. But you never know. And oh, it's worth saying as well, it's a bit of a chonk. It is a 4-slot card, I think. What did it say? Yeah, I think it was. But yeah, I'm very excited to see exactly what this looks like. I would love to try it out, but you never know. That would match a build with all their fans. I think it would look pretty cool. Are you referring to your own build? But I've got a couple of NF-X1225 not Chromax fans, these ones, in my FreeNAS So I wouldn't really have that much of a use for this in a FreeNAS, but I would love to do an all-out brown beige build. That would be pretty cool. But if you already had if you already had a system that had these fans and you wanted to go all out, maybe get like the brown beige cables. I've seen some cable mod versions of that look really cool. And you could do it. You have the all Noctua build. It would be pretty good. I'm excited to see them. I think DeBauer even did a mod where he even removed, I think he called it the Forbidden 3070 mod, where he actually put some ML or LL series fans from Corsair on it instead. Not quite sure why you would. Like, I'd still stick with these ones, but if you can, why not? But yeah. So that's the ASUS RTX 3070 Noctua edition. Now, we are on to our final story. And this one was another, like the issue with the students not knowing what a file explorer is another funny one that caught my eye. And before we go into it, I think I've said this in the last episode too, I'm no expert or have very much knowledge when it comes to cryptocurrency, but I thought this would be an interesting one to take a look at. So, here it is. We're all familiar with who this man is. He was in a moderately popular show called Tiger King. And what am I talking about? I'm sounding like an idiot now. It was peak pandemic television. I think everyone on Earth watched it. And I think we were all saying the same thing once we watched that show, is this man is certainly a character, I would say. And I'd say, spoiler alert, but this is real life we're talking about. And Joe Exotic is currently serving time in prison for the attempted murder of Carol Baskin. Love saying that name. But he has been keeping busy, and he has now decided to come out with his own form of cryptocurrency in the form of Tiger King coin. Or Tiger Coin. And what was it No, it is Tiger King. Oh, he's called T-King. Yep, so Joe Exotic now has his own crypto coin. I don't know why he's interested in getting into the crypto market. But as we can see here, we got experts predict price of meme crypto will crash to zero. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, but there's obviously a bit of a skepticism about these meme cryptos. But look at Doge. I mean, as far as I can see, again, like I said, no crypto expert, but it did go up in value a fair bit, if I remember, only because I think Elon Musk was memeing the hell out of it and getting more people to buy in. And did Tesla start accepting... did Tesla accept Dogecoin? Or was it only Bitcoin? I'm not quite sure if they did or not. Let me have a look at this. Let's see. Tesla Dogecoin. Does Tesla accept Dogecoin? Alright, okay. So they're open to accepting Doge, but I'm not sure if that is legit gonna happen or not. I know they did for Bitcoin. I know that was the case, but I don't think Dogecoin is accepted now. But even Bitcoin, I think that got stopped. Elon drove the price of that well up, and then I can't remember what he said, but then went crashing down. And I'm sure he's had that planned out. I just feel that he's just trying to mug the whole crypto community, and he's certainly someone that can benefit from it, but, you know, like I said, I'm no crypto expert, but I just thought it was funny that Joe Exotic was like, you know, I've ran a zoo, I've had my own TV show, I've been famous, I've run for presidency, run for governor, I believe. I think he ran for governor. And now he's like, yeah, you know what? It's time to get into crypto. So, if you guys have got any high-end hardware, you know what you're going to have to start doing. You have to be mining Tiger Coin. Or Tiger King Coin. You have to start mining that. Ethereum is a thing of the past. We don't have to worry about that anymore. So it's all about Tiger King Coin. And if I've never mined in my life, but if I did... No, what am I saying? Obviously, I would not mine Tiger King Coin. That definitely wouldn't happen, but I'd be interested to see how this follows up, and also how he's managing this all from in prison. So, but if he is in prison, well, he is in prison, obviously, but if he's managing this from in prison, he's obviously telling people, and they're like, okay, Joe, we'll do that. That's fine, you know. But yeah, what a large-in-life character. Anyway, so that is actually the final story for tonight's show. I enjoyed that, but we're not done quite yet. Now, I didn't do this on the last show, but I thought one of the ways to be quite nice to actually finish off the show moving forward is, in the spirit of looking back on things like we do for the previous week's stories, I thought it could be pretty cool to take a look back on some classic games and ones that are actually probably my favourite games to play. So, the game we are going to play, and I will also hope that I have set this up correctly before the stream begins. If my headset is working now, let me just test. That should usually make a noise. Oh, they're back on now. That's okay. We are playing... Let me get this set up. Where is it to? There it is. I don't know if that's too loud. Let's see. Portal. Now, this one's from around 2007, I want to say. And it's a puzzle platformer, if you've never heard of it before. But it is one of my favourites, and Portal 2 as well. It's exceptionally good. But we're going to finish off the stream with a little bit of a playthrough on this. So, going to go from the beginning, because why not? It's a pretty short game. It's about 3 hours, I want to say. But we'll make a start, and we'll use this to top off the show. So, let's get into it. New game. Start new game. Now, if there's anyone there, you have to let me know if the audio is a little bit too high or too low for the game. But I'll amend it as we go. Up. Up. Oh, I turn this off. There we go.
Welcome to the Aperture Science Computer Aided Enrichment Center. We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one. Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper. Before we start, however, keep in mind that although fun and learning are the primary goals of our enrichment center,
It's a bit loud in my ear.
serious injuries may occur. For your own safety and the safety of others, please refrain from Stand back. The portal will open in 3.
Come on.
1.
There we go. Now, if you're not familiar with Portal, we get that sarcastic robot GLaDOS throughout the whole game, and she is the best, and also kind of the worst. But either way, you know. So this is a bit of a tutorial section to start off the game, but it does pick up pretty quick. I just can't remember where does it want me to go next. Over here? No, oh no, it's over here. It has been a while since I've last played this game, but I'll get there again. We need the cube. Now I'm very much looking forward to getting the companion cube, which you'll soon see.
Excellent. Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing each test.
I will.
However, note the incandescent particle field across the exit. This aperture science material emancipation grid will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through it. For instance, the aperture science weighted storage cube.
Good to know. I want my portal gun though. When do I get my gun? I can't remember. Right, what's going on?
Please place the weighted storage cube on the 1500 megawatt aperture science heavy duty super colliding super button.
Alright, it's one of those timed ones, so gotta wait for not that one. We need the one, that's the one. And in we go. Grab the cube. Let me out. Oh, just in time. And then through here. And, oh,
Perfect.
down.
Please move quickly to the chamber lock as the
Come on.
effects of prolonged exposure to the button are not part of this test.
Let me out. Come on. Thank you. Oh, shit, no, wrong one. Oh, no, I can stay over here. That's fine. That's the one. There we go. It's slowly coming back to me. Like I said, it's been a while since I played, but I'll get the hang of it again. We go in. We're going down the lift. Let's go. I'm ready. Come on. Next level. Let's go. Here we go.
You're doing very well. Please be advised that a noticeable taste of blood is not part of any test protocol, but is an unintended side effect of the aperture science material emancipation grip, which may, in semi-rare cases, emancipate dental fillings, crowns, tooth enamel, and teeth.
Good to know. Right, let's get going. Come on. Oh. This is it. I won that. Now it's fun. It's gonna be good now.
Of the aperture science handheld portal device. With it, you can create your own portals. These intradimensional gates have proven to be completely safe. The device, however, has not. Do not touch the operational end of the device. Do not look directly at the operational end of the device. Do not submerge the device in liquid, even partially. Most importantly, under no circumstances should you...
She's gone. Right, I can only do blue portals at the moment. So how do I get across? Ah, I know. That's it. Nailed it. It's slowly coming back to me. No? Have I not done something? No? I missed something. Why am I not allowed? Am I going back through here? Is that it? Oh. That was a bit confusing. I must have gone the wrong way. Not sure. Figured it out in the end. It's okay. Right, what we got?
Please proceed to the chamber lock.
Ah, easy.
The gap.
Nailed it. Ah, that's it.
Well done. Remember, the Aperture Science Bring Your Daughter to Work Day is the perfect time to have her tested.
Nice. See, I'm forgetting these earlier puzzles, but the later ones get ridiculous. But I might be thinking of Portal 2 more so, but even still.
Welcome to Test Chamber 4. You're doing quite
What we got? I want my cube. Oh no, I am gonna have to actually have to go down there. Oh no. Whew. If you've ever played Portal and you know that horrible continuous falling thing, it's horrible, but I think we're okay. Drop that down there. Oh, let go.
part of our required test protocol. We will not monitor the next test chamber. You will be entirely on your own. Good luck.
Oh, don't leave me alone, GLaDOS. Nah, I'll be fine. I'm a pro. Kind of. No. What's the next one? What we got? Okay, so we got a cube up there. Can we... Aha. No? No, that won't work. We need to be here. Go over there. We need two, don't we? So... There's one. So another one over here. Aha! Found it. Jump down. Boom. We're getting there.
As part of a required test protocol, our previous statement suggesting that we would not monitor this chamber was an outright fabrication. Good job. As part of a required test protocol, we will stop enhancing the truth in 3, 2.
Oh. What we got? Next up. Okay.
While safety is one of many enrichment center goals, the Aperture Science High Energy pellet seen to the left of the chamber can and has caused permanent disabilities such as big unbelievable. You
Subject name here.
must be the writer.
Subject home here.
Oh, she's great. What we got next? I'm ready for more. Come on.
Warning devices are required on all mobile equipment. However, alarms and flashing hazard lights have been found to agitate the high energy pellet and have therefore been disabled for your safety. Good. Now use the Aperture Science unstationary scaffold to reach the chamber lock.
Unstationary scaffold. I love it. Come on. Give it to me. Let's go. Come on. And... Oh, we got it. We're okay. Now send me across. Come on. Come on. And... Got it. Making excellent progress. I don't think I'll finish this game tonight, but it's a pretty short game, so maybe get through just under half. If not, it'll definitely be continued with in the next episode of Tech Flashback.
Please note that we have added a consequence for failure. Any contact with the chamber floor will result in an unsatisfactory mark on your official testing record.
Oh no.
Followed by death. Good luck.
Is that right? Oh no. Ah, that's it. We're figuring it out slowly. And then we need... No. We need to be over here. And then... we'll be able to jump across. Gets really trippy when you look over in the other end. Come on, come on. Jump! We got it. Also, this music is a jam. It's pretty good. You know, whatever floats your boat. And go.
Very impressive. Please note that any appearance of danger is merely a device to enhance your testing experience.
It's just there to enhance your experience. What's next? I'm ready for more.
The Enrichment Center regrets to inform you that this next test is impossible. Make no attempt
Really?
to solve it.
I'm sure it's not impossible. Now, if I'm right in thinking, these will disintegrate. Yeah, so I can't do that. Ah, I think I know where we're going.
The Enrichment Center
So.
apologizes for this clearly broken test change.
Ah, damn it. Right, what's the way?
Once again, the Enrichment Center offers its most sincere apologies on the occasion of this unsolvable test environment.
Ah, that's it.
Fantastic.
I thought you had to get the cube through the gap. I thought that's what it was.
An atmosphere of extreme pessimism.
We got it in the end. Didn't take long. Let's go. Come on. Next.
Hello again. To reiterate previous warning. Momentum.
Okay, she's getting a bit weird now. So. Ah, there's the next one. So we gotta go. Woo! Big jump.
Spectacular. You appear to understand how a portal affects forward momentum, or to be more precise, how it does not.
I guess a bit annoying not having the orange portal to begin with. We'll get there. Oh, no, it's already there. So, let's go for the top one. And jump! Ah,
Momentum, a function of mass and velocity, is conserved between portals. In layman's terms, speedy thing goes in, speedy thing comes out.
speedy thing goes in, speedy thing comes out. Nice and straightforward. Jump! Oh, oh god. That's disorientating. Now, who thought the idea of, someone said like a VR version of Portal? That would be an absolute nightmare. I love Portal, but I am not flipping around and stuff like that in VR.
The Enrichment Center promises to always provide a safe testing environment. In dangerous testing environments, the Enrichment Center promises to always provide useful advice. For instance, the floor here will kill you. Try to avoid it.
That's good advice. Right, so where is the first portal? We should just get a look first. Right. Where do I go? Oh no! I thought it was a laser. It's actually doing a portal. So, where makes sense? Ah, so what does this do? Ah, no, I buggered that up, didn't I? It's going to be in here. Ah, yes, that's it. Am I right? No, we need to give it a minute, I think. Because then it's, yeah, the next time it's going to hit that one. Should be correct. No. Oh no, we're slowly getting there. Give it a moment. There we go. How do I get there? There we go. I think this is where we get the orange ball, which makes things much easier. Mine.
Device has been modified so that it can now manufacture two linked portals at once. As part of an optional test protocol, we are pleased to present an amusing fact. The device is now more valuable than the organs and combined incomes of everyone in.
Subject hometown. Here.
Oh god! Oh! Nearly messed that up. That couldn't have gone well then. Take the time. Take my time, that's what it is. Don't act like I know what I'm doing because it's been some time. What we got? What you got for me? Let's take a look.
Get to Peter, flame yourself. Flame into space.
Oh. We need a box from up there. So that's what we want. And then wait. I did this wrong. Ah. God. Messed that up, didn't I? Let's try again. Back up there. Right. And to get up there, put that up there. Jump down. There we go. What can I jump? Oh, that's alright. That's not so bad. And then I just need to do the same thing again where I launch myself over. There we go. Wee. Nice. I want to get to the really complicated ones.
Now that you are in control of both portals, this next test could take a very, very long time. If you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to pass out. An intubation associate will be dispatched to revive you with peptic salve and adrenaline.
Okay. What we got? You need to go in there. Which way is that? That's... Just give it a second. And now. Then this goes over there. I'll take this down for now. That seems like it's above it, I think. Oh, not quite. A little bit more over. Oh no, it's even further away. Am I blind? Am I being an idiot? Or do I have to go right over there? Ah, that's better. Oh, don't drop it. There we go. Right, what am I missing? Ah, there's another... Have we got another box? Ah, we need to do that one first. That's it. Through here. And then... Is that opening up that door? No, it's not. Ah.
As part of a
Got it.
previously mentioned required test protocol, we can no longer lie to you. When the testing is over, you will be missed.
That's not very sinister at all. What we got? Next up. Let's see. What is it?
Projects intending to handle high-energy gamma leaking portal technology must be informed that they may be informed of applicable regulatory compliance issues. No further compliance information is required or will be provided, and you are an excellent test subject.
I need to get over there. So, alright, I need to launch myself over there somehow. So, oh, it's opening it up for me. That's alright then. Oh, then we jump down. And then we're just gonna put this right over here. And down. Good. Slowly getting back to grips with this, I think. You know. What we got? That needs to go. Oh. Come on. Jump, 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 jump. And then it needs to go up there.
Very good. A complimentary victory lift has been activated in the main chamber.
A victory lift. Perfect. I'm ready for the next one. Let's take a look.
The Enrichment Center is committed to the well-being of all participants. Cake and brief counseling will be available at the conclusion of the test. Thank you for helping us help you help us all.
So if that one's orange, we need to make this one. Yeah, we got it. Easy. Easy. Spell easy. Okay, now this one is not quite as... If I go through there, that disappears. So... Wait, did I come from this way? Yeah, I did. Okay, that goes through. So... We need to wait for that. Ah, damn it. Ah, we got it. Takes a little bit of thinking on that one, but we got there. Take me up. Beam me up, Gladys. Right. Wait, no, let me look up here first. Am I... Why would this bit be here? Or I could use that as the drop, I think. Oh no, not quite enough. So... There, we got that there. We need enough to go through. Or if I do that, will I be able to see? Oh god. That's gonna make me throw up. No. Does this help me at all? Ah, I know what we're doing. I figured it out. So, we need that. No. Up. Oh. No. Oh god, what am I doing? Right, we need to get back up here. We need that for there. Oh! That's the general idea, but we gotta try and time it correctly. Yep. There we go. Alright, do we need to get across? No, yeah, we need to do that first, so... Ah, damn it. Nope. Ah, no. Doing the wrong one. What am I... Blue up there. Orange be here. So I need to do orange when I jump down. Ah, except I missed. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that goes... Well, that... No. Needs to go that way. That should be it. No. No. What about now? It's throwing a bit of a curveball at me. Unless I just do... What happens if I do that? Oh no, that's not going to work, is it? What if I do this? Yes, we got it. Okay, now I need to... how do I get back over there? Oh, damn it, what am I doing? And then, yeah, it's this thing we need now. Ah, that's it. So it goes into there. Ah, no, 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 no. Oh! Oh, no, this is not going to plan. Ah, here we go. Jump on this one. That needs to go where? Where does that go next? What am I doing wrong? You're supposed to go in there. Ah, I realise now, so... No, before I do that...
Did you know you can donate one or all
Got
of
it.
your vital organs to the Aperture Science Self-Esteem Fund for Girls? It's true.
No worry, Dave. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed yourself. I'll see you in the next one. Let's take a look what we got next. What we got? They're getting a bit more difficult, told you. Doesn't take long.
Lieutenant, the appropriate chamber for this testing sequence is currently unavailable. It has been replaced with a live fire course designed for military androids. The Enrichment Center apologizes for the inconvenience and wishes you the best of luck.
Ah, these idiots.
Are you still there? Shutting down.
That didn't go to plan. Where we go? Where would be the best way to go?
Who's there? Target one. Hello, who are you? I don't blame you. We saw you.
Oh! Ah! Damn it! Stop! Ah! That didn't go to plan. Damn it.
Hey. Uh-oh. No hard feelings.
Another one down. Oh. What about this way? There's one looking from that way as well. Oh, I know what I can do. If I pick up one of these bad boys, I can drop it through, and it'll knock him over. Oh, there's cubes there as well. There we go. Oh, there's cubes as well. Oh, we got the secret area. Remember, guys, the cake is a lie. What we got? Oh, sweet, we got PC beer. I want to see what specs we got. You know what? Oh. That's cool. Pretty blocky CPU cooler, but, you know. It's 2007 for you. Well, maybe not quite. Right, let me out of this room. Whew. That nearly didn't go to plan. Ooh. Right, what color portal is that? Got orange. So. We got them. How many more we got? Right, they can't get me in there. So... Oh, no. Don't do that. We need to... Right, let's take a look at the room. Figure out what to do. We need to get a portal up there. Oh! There we go. That's one down. Oh! Whew. I needed to plan that well. And I can block him with this cube. Got him. And there we... Oh, God! That still needs people there. The exit is still this way? Ah, it is.
Well done, Android.
Uh,
Enrichment Center once again
Ruined
reminds
him.
you that Android Hell is a real place where you will be sent at the first sign of defiance.
We did it. Right. I got one last puzzle, and I think we'll call it for now. We don't want to blast through too much of the game in one sitting, so let's go for one more puzzle. Unless it's a stupidly easy one, in which case we'll give it a... Ah, here we go.
And will deliver a weighted companion cube in 3,
We got the companion cube.
1.
Ah, there he is. We'll tell you what then. We'll start with the companion cube in the next episode. So we can call it like, a nice even spot to finish at. So yeah, let's call it there. Let me make sure I've got that saved. New save. Got it. Yeah. We'll call it a day there. We'll continue with that, and I'll introduce you to the companion cube in the next stream. So yeah, that's TechFlashback episode 2. I quite enjoyed getting back into it. It was a pretty good laugh, and I really enjoyed playing a bit more Portal for the first time in quite a while. If you enjoyed the stream, then please feel free to like and subscribe for more videos on the way soon, and streams. And feel free to follow me on Twitter, or you can also check out the PC Jack Discord. The links for both of those will be in the description. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.